welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be decluttering my mascara collection, of which I have 30. Now that does include minis, but I only have 2 eyeballs, like I don't need 30 mascaras, so these take up an entire drawer for my acrylic organizer. And it gets to be a little bit much because I can't easily see what I have and they're all kind of jumbled in there. Some of them are like well past their prime. Some of them I don't really like. So we're gonna go through them. I'm gonna see how many of them I can remove just to free up some space and declutter my life. So let's just jump straight into it. The newest mascara that I have is from ColourPop. This is the Volumizing Mascara in the shade Brownie Points, and I actually really do like it. It does certainly lift and volumize my lashes and puts a nice little curl into them. By the end of the day, they're starting to sort of succumb to gravity, but it doesn't like flake off on my cheeks or anything like that. And I like that it's a brown mascara just for something a little bit softer and something a little bit different. So I want to keep this one. I've had it for like a week, so it's not going anywhere. Another one that I am not parting ways with anytime soon is the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara. I love this stuff. I hate the price of it, but I do love it. It's just like a really classic sort of like cone-shaped wand, but it just makes my lashes look pretty. And the prettiness lasts all day. They, you know, the curl is there, they lengthen, they volumize. It's just a really, really nice mascara with a horrifically high price point, unfortunately. Bringing the price point down is one from CoverGirl, and this is the Exhibitionist. And I do like this mascara, so I am going to be keeping it. I have it in Very Black, which if somebody could please explain to me the difference between black, jet black, very black, intense black, blackest black, I would appreciate that because I really don't think there is a difference, but perhaps I'm wrong. This wand is like the little hourglass wand. It looks like, I mean hourglass shaped, not like the Hourglass mascara, but it looks like the Too Faced Better Than Sex or Lash Paradise. And again, it's just a solid mascara. It's God, I feel like you guys are going to misinterpret what I'm saying, but I don't think you're actually that dumb. I'm just really tired and hungry right now, to be honest. It's not solid in that it's a solid formula. It's just a well-performing formula, if you know it. Oh my God, okay. This one is one of my top drugstore picks, which surprises me because for whatever reason, I just don't gravitate towards CoverGirl. I'm not entirely sure why. I just don't. But this one I really do like, and I think it's one worth checking out if you're looking for a drugstore option. Okie dokie. In an Influencer box months ago, I received this duo from Marc Jacobs. So it is the primer and then the Velvet Noir mascara, and I do like them. Now I have talked about them before. The mascara is fine on its own, to be honest. I do use the primer with it simply because I have it, but I really don't think you need to go and spend like 60 some odd dollars for the duo. It does perform well on its own. If you do have the primer though, or if you do pick it up, my recommendation is to just work one eye at a time because it does dry very quickly. And if you don't layer up quickly enough, the color of this one pokes through. So it is like a nudish kind of color, and you will see that sort of peeking through the mascara. So work quickly with it. Now I do have another one from Marc Jacobs, and this is in, what is this? This is the Omega Lash Mascara, and it's in Violet. So it's just a nice purple mascara, but unfortunately it does not show up at all on my lashes. So I'm going to part ways with that one. Milk Kush Mascara. I love this. Like, I love it. And If I was an actual makeup artist, I would probably declutter this because it is well past the expiration on it, but it only goes on my eyes, and so far so good. So I'm willing to roll the dice because I like it so much, but I really do need to focus on it and use it up because at some point it's going to become not a good thing to put on my eyes, but for now it'll do. I have a bunch of minis in here as well, so I'm going to go through a few of those. So I'm just at random just going to grab a few of them. One of them is the Dior Pumpin' Volume HD, and I really like this. Like, this is one that has lived on my loves list for quite a while, and then I took it off because I realized Shoppers Drug Mart sells Dior. So the next time they have a bonus points redemption, I might pick up the full size then, depending on how this situation goes. I am reluctant to buy more mascara because I have obviously far more than I need, but this one I really do like, so I will be keeping the mini of it. This one is the Noir Couture from Givenchy, and it's got a weird wand. Like, it's 3 little bumps. And it actually, like, it's not as difficult to work with as you would think, but the mascara itself isn't amazing. Like, it's not bad, it really isn't, but it's not amazing, and I would certainly never buy the full price of it, or the full size of it. It's a 4-in-1 mascara. What the hell is a 4-in-1? Lengthening, volumizing, curling. I don't know what the 4th is. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna part ways with this one. This one is quite old as well. And like I said, it's good, but it's not amazing. So, out it goes. This one is from Kat Von D. This is the Go Big or Go Home. And go home, really, because it didn't do anything. Like, it was just kind of a ho-hum mascara. It wasn't bad in the sense that it didn't flake everywhere and it didn't, you know, make my lashes really brittle or anything like that, but it just was just there. It didn't do anything for my lashes, and I do like to have them curled and sort of volumized a bit, and this did not achieve that, so no point keeping it because I won't use it. Another one that I won't use is this colored mascara from Sephora. This is in Violet, which is really pink, but they call it Violet. And again, you would think this color would show up because it is so bright, but it does not show up on my lashes, so there is no point keeping it. A colored mascara that does show up, however, is from YSL. This is their Vinyl Couture in I'm the Trouble, I think it is. Oh my god, I hate these stickers. I'm the True. Okay, the name isn't on here. It's number 5. I'm pretty sure it's I'm the Trouble. Anyway, they only have one cobalt blue, so just look for that one. It is phenomenal. It is so good. It is fragranced, which is a weird thing for a mascara, but I mean, take the color away and the mascara itself is good, but this shows up so nicely on my lashes and it's just a good mascara, so I will definitely be keeping that one. I love it so much. 2 more minis that I'm going to keep that I really like. They both achieve that like volumized and lengthened look that I like. One is the Too Faced Damn Girl and the other one is from Lancome, and that's the Monsieur Big. If I had to choose between the 2 of them, I think I'd go for the Lancome. It just does a little bit more lengthening, but they're both really good. I was nervous about the Damn Girl because I did not like the Better Than Sex. It flaked like a mother effer. This one does not, so those are 2 good options there. 2 more minis here. Urban Decay Perversion Mascara, so good, definitely keeping. Smashbox Superfan, I'm not a super fan, so not keeping. This Laura Mercier one, this is the Caviar Volume. Makes me mad. It was pricey. And it's fairly new, like maybe within the last 3 or 4 months that I bought this, and I should have returned it, but the mall is on the other end of town and I just am lazy. It's not bad, but again, it just doesn't do much. It does more than the Kat Von D one, but that's not saying a whole lot because the bar is not very high, unfortunately. It's got like this twisted wand, which makes you think it's really gonna like do something because it looks fancy, but it just kind of sits there. It's just a meh mascara. However, I'm going to keep it because I spent the money on it and it is essentially new. What I will try to convince myself of is that this is a good like no makeup option, because it's not going to be like, whoa, here's my lashes, and then there's like nothing else on my face, but it is just going to like make me look a little bit more polished. So that's what I'm going to tell myself and hopefully try to convince myself to use it every now and then. Worth the hype from NYX is, in my opinion, not worth the hype. It just didn't do anything. Nothing that I can really like even mention. Like, it just wasn't a good mascara, in my opinion. It just didn't do anything. A different drugstore one that did work very well, though, is the Maybelline Total Temptation, and mine is getting a little janky, to be honest. I know it's at least a year. Oh my gosh, it's almost 2 years old. It's almost 2 years old. You know what? I'm gonna let it go. It's bad enough that I'm keeping the Kush mascara. I don't want to be keeping one that's 2 years old. So it is a very good one. If I'm ever in the market for another drugstore mascara, which eventually I will be, this is one that I would definitely consider picking up. Drugstore one that I would not pick up, though, at least not in this shade, is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original. This one is in the shade Burgundy. I think it's just because my lashes are so dark, these colors just don't show up on them. And I had high hopes for this one because it's nice and deep and dark, and so I thought it'd be like a nice, just a little bit of something without being too obvious about it, but it just didn't show up at all. The mascara itself is nice, but there's no point in keeping this one because I bought it for the color. I didn't buy it for the mascara, and the color doesn't show up. Another option from L'Oreal, though, and I've talked about this one a bunch. This is the Unlimited mascara. I hate the packaging on it. Like, I genuinely just hate. Like, this is unnecessary. No, this is unnecessary. But the mascara is fantastic. I guess the whole shtick behind this is that you can like go in this way and then you bend the wand and it's supposed to do something else. I don't know about that, but the mascara itself is fantastic. It is a rubberized wand, so if you like more of like the regular bristles, you might not like this one, but I swing both ways and I just love this mascara. I just wish beyond anything that they would have not done stupid packaging that just takes up an unnecessary amount of space. I'm going to keep it nonetheless. Okay, this one is from Physicians Formula, and this is the Lash Mixologist. I feel like I just talked about this fairly recently. I don't remember when or why, but it was fairly recently. And it's like a dual-ended thing, right? So there's like a little skinny end on this side and then your more traditional wand on the other. And this one's meant to volumize, the other one's meant to lengthen. Between the two of them, they don't really do anything. And this one's like $18, which just makes me mad. I was using the thinner side for my lower lashes, but given how much mascara I have and the fact that I'm never going to use the other end of it, this is one that just does not need to be in the drawer. I have a sample of the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara, and I freaking love this stuff. I love this mascara. Again, it's got that like hourglass shaped wand that just makes my heart happy. This one, again, like just like lashes, and I will definitely keep that. I love it. I'm going to keep this one as well. This one is from Buxom. It is the Big Tease in Tropical Teal, which I believe was limited edition. I'm not sure, but there it is, nice and colorful. And this one does show up on my lashes. Novel concept. So, I mean, I don't bust it out all the time, but With certain eye looks, it's fun to have, especially on the lower lashes. That's where I usually pop this one, just to add a little bit of something something. All right, this one here is from Maybelline. It is the Lash Sensational. This one is probably older than the Total Temptation one, to be honest. I remember liking this one though. I haven't used it in ages. Again, it has that rubberized wand and it's got a little bit of a curve to it. So the bristles are longer on the bottom than they are on the top, so that you can sort of manipulate as you need to. But this one is ancient, so for that reason I'm going to get rid of it, but it is a good mascara. Lights Camera Lashes from Tarte. I do like this one. It's not my favorite, but I do like this one, and I got this one fairly recently when I bought that little rainbow palette that they came out with, I think in June or just before. So it is fairly new, so I'll definitely keep that one. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Okay, so I bought this one from Annabelle, and it's like a glitter mascara top coat. So it's got like a really weird wand. The glitter just kind of sits in there and then you kind of wiggle it around. It doesn't... You can see some of it, but you'd have to be like right here in order to pick up on it. So it's kind of a useless product. It's nice in theory, but unless you're like really loading up your lashes, it just doesn't really do much. So I need to free up the space more than I need gold glitter on my lashes. I have the I Heart Extreme Curl and Volume Mascara from Essence. This one I think was about $5 here in Canada, and it is fantastic. I really like this one. Again, it's got that twisty wand aspect to it, but it works better than the Laura Mercier, to be honest, so definitely gonna keep that one. I have a little sample of the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. I don't remember if I like this or not, to be honest. I don't even know if I've used this one. No recollection whatsoever. So I'm gonna keep it and I'll give it a try, and then I'll decide from there if I like it or not. So then that brings us down to the last one, which is from Catrice. And this is the Ultra Black. So there's another color to add to that list of black shades. Lashes to Kill Mascara with Black Diamond Powder. I think I've only used it once and I really don't remember how I felt about it. I don't think I was wildly in love with it, if I recall. I think it was just sort of there. And it didn't cost me anything because I used points. If I loved it, I would have kept using it, and I didn't. So I'm going to let this one go just because I already have so many. So all told then, I am going to be parting ways with 12 mascaras, and that just feels quite nice because again, it's just freeing up space so that I really can see what I have and really just enjoy everything that I have in my drawers. Okay, that is it. I think this is the last declutter video that I'm going to do. I am running out of time to pre-film before we go off to the cottage tomorrow. So I think this is going to be the last declutter, but even just with those few categories that I've done, if you've watched my 2 previous videos, I think is the order in which I'm going to post them, I'm not sure yet. Even just doing that, it just allows the collection to breathe a little bit and just gives me a little bit less anxiety when I'm in here, because then I can, you know, some of the little nickety-knack things that are just sort of sitting around that don't have a home, I can now put in the space that I've cleared up from the stuff that I haven't been using. So it's a helpful little process to go through every now and then. Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I'll see you guys in my next video, and until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.